Yo! What's going on, guys? This is Grim Reaper back like Santa, bro. I brought the sleigh. I got all the gifts for you. And I got all the... I was going to call these guys... Bro, the first... Come on, 30 seconds, bro.
That's what you was about to say.
Yeah, the whole hose.
That should be okay.
I was gonna call these individuals reindeer, but it'd be too funny. Too funny. Yeah. So I've got all these all these elves here. Bro, I gotta stop.
I'd rather just be called a hoe. At least I know where I stand. If you call me an elf, I don't even know what that means.
Well, either way, we've entered the holiday season. So I know some of you are probably up north, cold as heck. We're going to try to make this podcast nice. Or, damn, bro, I can't even talk, bro. I said nice. Nice and deep for
the intro's ruined now, Grimm. What the hell? You made it this far. There's no swearing. There's nothing like that. And now you ruined it with knife. You got to start again.
All right, listen. Yo! We got the ho-ho-hos for you.
Thank you.
But yeah, 1, 2, 3 was a great chapter. Excited. Hopefully we'll get another one before the year ends. But this was just fine if that's the case. There's a lot of things to talk about, a lot of controversy, a lot of slander that's gonna stop, and you know some shit that we can get into. So let's get into it. The Full Association is back. I think Kishin's gonna be late or something like that. So watch out for it. But where'd you guys how'd you niggas feel?
So I wasn't here last week, but chapter 122 was awesome. One of the most important chapters, at least by exposition standards, because we got more information on the cadres than we've ever gotten before. Like, this is stuff that we didn't even find out in the webcomic. So that was nice to get more acquainted with them. And then the S-Class and the Hero Association and the hero rankings and everything that goes into that, very important. Because something that really eluded us, if you just only read the manga. So that was important too. And then we got to see Child Emperor basically see that his effort against Evil Water is just futile. But coming into this chapter, another significant one as well. But I want to ask you guys a question before we get into 1, 2, 3 as a whole. Did you guys happen to read the bonus chapter that came with volume 21?
Yes. I glanced over it. I didn't read it.
And you glanced over 4 pages.
Okay, because there was like 2 redraws that were dropped in the same time period, so like I don't even know which was which.
Yeah, the redraws. We got some redraws for the Phoenix Man versus Child Emperor fight, which is crazy because he already redrew it like 8 times.
Hell yeah!
But basically, the thing that he changed was the cockpit of Brave Giant. It's more like what you see in the Pacific Rim, like how they operate those Jaegers. It looks like that now.
It's trash.
And some other minor changes, but I think that was the most significant one. And then the changes actually, well, I guess we'll go into it, but he also made some changes. No, I'm sorry, it wasn't this chapter. He made changes to 122 as well. He changed the sequence with Saitama and Flashy Flash.
Yep. I read that recently. Yep.
And they like bust in on this monster taking a dump.
Yeah.
I guess one thought that there wasn't enough humor in that chapter, so he just wanted to punch it up.
Yeah, he has to talk about through the walls and shit instead of listening to Flashy's ass.
But as for the bonus chapter, did everyone here saw it or read it?
What exactly happened in it, so I can remember?
We see 2 participants from the martial arts tournament in the hospital.
Sweetie. Oh, yeah, Sweetie. Yeah, that's right. My boy said these niggas out there, so I'm getting ready too. Yo.
Yeah, Suiryu is back, and it's all but confirmed now that he's probably going to be a hero in the future of the story.
Greatly speculated.
So that's awesome.
But you already know, like, the beef is about to blow up. He's definitely a polarizing character. Unfortunately, the person who I'd want him to be his rival is Gyoro. I don't see Gyoro staying in the story permanently, so I'd be interested to see who's going to be his rival, because it probably isn't going to be Genos or Sonic. So, like, who else? Like, Metal Bat? Like, or is he going to be chasing after Saitama? Like, or does Suiyu even need a rival? Like, well, now that you bring it up, what do you think Suiyu's role would be if he does come in?
See, the thing is that all we can do is speculate, because by the time the story gets to where Suiryu can even be like a major part in it, everything will be completely different. So it's difficult to say like where he's going to be.
I'm gonna get that's a point, bro. We don't want your ass to use your webcomic influence.
No, actually, there is no webcomic influence. That's the great thing about it.
Hell yeah.
So it's like, will he even have a rival? And that's what I'm saying. Everything will change. There could be a brand new character that we haven't even met yet that's going to be his rival.
Oh, okay. You're saying, okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah, because he really doesn't have any like big beefs with anybody. Like maybe like he'll, I don't know. I can see him like teaming up with like Lightning Max and my boy Snek for a little while.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's a good one. He's acquainted with them, so they could be boys. But also, he's like a playboy. That's not going to change. Yeah, he has had somewhat of a character arc. There's no doubt about that. He has become more redeemable, but he's still more or less going to be arrogant and whatnot. So he's going to fit right into the S-Class, and he's going to butt heads with them if he does join.
Oh, what the fuck? Nigga, am I?
Oh yeah, a My Mask. There you go. Yeah. That's a whole thing right there. A My Mask even allowing Suiryu to be in the S-Class.
Damn, that's right. Yeah, because you got to get into that bitch.
So then maybe they fight, and he's like, "I'll prove how good I am." And then we see a My versus. Oh, that's a video idea. Nobody steal that. I'm gonna make it.
Get on, hop on that, bro. Oh shit, but yeah, that would have to be the case. Yeah, and it is like you mentioned before. We didn't really get a chance to like touch deeply into it, but for a while, for at least 10 to 15 podcasts, we've already been alluding and underhandedly confirming the obviousness of what the situation is in One Punch, that like hero rankings aren't necessarily based on one individual factor, but there are multiple things that go into it. As has been shown throughout the series, since like we've seen Saitama jump from like 100 something ranks to the top of C-Class or whatever, all different kinds of scenarios that like alluded to the rules or how it technically works. But last chapter, we did get a strong confirmation as to how everything works. You can be, I think it was that Darkshine has had the biggest jump, right?
Yeah, he was the lowest ranked hero at one point.
Mm-hmm. So like shit. They must like black guys in there.
Mm-hmm.
He's like doing Goku feats in that chapter.
Yeah, with the gravity room and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I read these back to back, so pretty much what you guys are saying. It was good stuff learning about how the S-Class heroes work, but I think reading them back to back, I really enjoyed them because you had the chapter which is building up like how great the S-Class heroes were. They're like the power of an army. They're a one-man army. They're amazing. And literally the next chapter is just them all getting bodied, which is this one. But yeah, no, it was a good chapter last time. It was great seeing all of them, the history. Watchdog tearing the head off the monster was savage. And about the in-between chapter, Shranko just wants a girlfriend, guys. That's all he wants. He liked the nurse, and then Suiryu showed him up, and I felt really bad. He just got back into bed, and it's like, I just
that lily pussy.
No.
Can we dial that back?
Why is that such a thing?
Sharenko is not her age. She's like 20.
And she's not your age, man. She's younger than...
Listen, bro. Let me ask you a question. I ask this every single time.
Think these words through, okay? Because I want you to remind you what you've just said. Think what you're saying through. Okay, go for it.
It's gonna be something about a clock.
Look, we're just lucky that the algorithm doesn't know what we're talking about.
Hey, past 12 is lunch. Oh shit!
We do not advocate this behavior.
Go ahead, Matt.
I don't want to say anything now. I think I showed the wrong podcast, guys. Yeah, that last chapter was really good. The in-between chapter was good, and this one was really, really good. I loved all of it. Like seeing them get bodied, so they have to try us again. They're reminded of fear, so they're human again. Obviously, Gyoro's something too, and yeah, Tatsumaki's got finger guns that can shoot things like 1.5 kilometers away. So I think that's very impressive. Yeah, really good chapter.
I didn't even notice that little finger guns thing.
That's the best thing about it.
I noticed something.
Yo, bro, this man is a fucking pervert, bro. Like
The whole
it's literally right in our face.
like that
Yeah, the
down.
whole
You can't escape it.
What are you talking about? Tatsumaki not having panties?
Well, allegedly.
Whoa.
But I'm talking about those perfect little boobies.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that POV, or not POV, that downward view. when
Like
she was
Murata
outside.
took so much time and effort and consideration into drawing them. They look fucking realer than real life.
Look tasty, little kid.
So I'm just giving Murata the credit he deserves. He clearly wanted us to look at these things and be like, holy shit. And also, what is her dress made out of? How does that even happen?
Like fucking something that shouldn't be on her.
What?
That's what it's made of, bro. Like, yo, like low key, bro. I'm sorry, I can't support the incorrect viewpoint anymore. Tatsu is number 2.
Can't
Maybe.
agree.
I mean, she is S-Class rank 2. Yeah, you are right.
No.
Hey.
Oh, we have fun.
The Mizuki hype train is big and fast, but nigga, this shit can fly.
I personally never had Mizuki above Tatsumaki, but now I'm thinking Gyoro's human form. Probably number 2 now.
Yes.
It's definitely a conversation.
We got to scale them.
What's the criteria?
How much you get turned on by them.
Whoa. How do you measure that? By length?
by age first.
Oh shit. Nah, this is like this encapsulates like everything, like literally everything, bro. Like literally everything, bro. Scheming, actual fight sequences and shit, titties. Like, what more do you want? Like,
Blast.
nah, low key, I don't even fucking want Blast. Like, this is. I'm just fine, bro. Whatever Blast.
No,
is
this is more than enough. I agree, but you said what else could you want? It'd be cool if Blast showed up.
Nigga sound like Drive.
Yeah.
Hey, just asking for a friend. If somebody attacked the Hero Association, would Blast show up?
Hey, call him now.
Wait, you sure you can't call him? Just call him now, please.
You already know, boy. This might have been my favorite chapter other than chapter 101. That was my favorite chapter for a
Satsuki.
long time.
Let me ask you a
Hell
question,
yeah.
bro. Why in the world would this chapter be your favorite chapter besides 101?
You cut out.
We'll never know.
Bro, why in the world would this chapter be your favorite?
Multiple reasons.
Oh,
You want to now?
about
Or you
3
just wanna-
reasons.
You want to now, or do you want to wait till we get further along and we talk about specific moments?
do whatever you want, bro.
Well, shit. So, see, I get a feeling you're thinking that it's because Atomic got his ass whooped.
Hey, whoa, bro.
Let's say that's part of it. I'm happy that the S class, most of them as a whole, got their ass whooped. So that includes Atomic, but everybody else too: Child Emperor, Pig God, less zombie man because that's my boy. But you know, but there's that. There's Sweet Mask getting fucked. Oof.
So does that
Beautiful.
settle the bet?
Wait,
Does it?
Wait, what bet?
No, because he didn't lose yet.
Oh, okay.
I ain't lost yet.
All right.
Tatsumaki, come on, bro. Like,
Oh no. For all the new viewers and shit, could y'all reiterate the bet?
shit, I don't really.
Yeah.
It like I'm starting to not remember.
It had something to do with a my mask and who?
So it's like if a mind mask loses, Satsuki wins.
Yeah,
Or
basically.
if he turns to a
Yeah.
monster, Satsuki wins.
But yeah, we revised that to that last one. If he turns into a monster, that's fine because something happened. I forgot, but I know we revised it.
Yeah.
So if he just loses straight up in this, if he just loses straight up, then that's how I win. If he turns to a monster, that's fine. He still has to win though.
All right. We'll see.
Yeah.
What were you
But the
saying?
narration when Tatsumaki came in,
Yeah.
yet among them is one woman leisurely approaching the enemy's command center just like it's another day, strolling up in there. And then when Gyoro was talking shit, she thought she was safe, talking about a king doesn't show herself. So Tatsumaki was like, hit her with that Mitsu Keta. Found your ass. Oh, beautiful. And then I got the Gyoro titties. And then I got the Fubuki feats. Come on now. This chapter had everything for me.
There was low key Fubuki cities in there too, and it was low key round.
Yeah, of
That
course.
wasn't even low key. That was just straight up there.
I don't think they can be low key, dude.
Like I was mad as fuck at the situation, but like I couldn't just ignore the titties. Like my eye definitely drove down to them. I was like, "Oh, the titties," but let me not, not right now.
It definitely felt like a chapter that was tailored for me. Had pretty much everything I wanted. Only thing that could have made this chapter better for me is if, like, I don't know, Metal Bat showed out of nowhere.
He's got like the brace around his neck. I'm ready to go.
Let me help you up, you sweet fuck.
I took those painkillers and they're kicking in.
Oh shit! Out of nowhere, bro. What's up, little mama?
Oh my god.
Why the hell would you call me that?
My
I've
bad.
been here the whole damn time, goddammit.
Um,
I've been listening with my satellites.
Hey, you got him.
Plural. I like that.
Okay, disregarding the chesticles, we are in for some major slanderization today. I mean, Atomic getting pulled by the hair like a used contraception. And then Child Emperor casually drowning. This was fantastic. I was enjoying it. Not that I enjoy seeing people drowning, but just seeing the S-Class getting their asses handed to them, I thought that was amazing, and I'm ready to speak about Black Sperm kicking the shit out of Atomic Samurai. I am ready.
What the fuck, bruh?
And caressing his sword, mind you.
Bruh.
Yeah,
all right,
yeah, holding his sword. We don't even know what he's gonna do with that.
bro, like,
Oh my god. That if that would have happened, if Black Sperm just took his sword and killed him with it, oh my
yo,
god.
just what?
That would be trolling to the highest level.
Yo,
Kinda like this blade.
bro, just like you said, bro, I feel like this chapter was tailored for me as well, dog. Like, oh, niggas
Sperm
got
slash.
fucked over, bro. Like zombie getting fucking bodied, bro. Murat out here drawing a child drowning and shit, bro. My nigga, bro, he had this nigga hugging his blade, bro. Like, no, like this, but like, bro, niggas kept posting that shit to fuck with me, and fuck,
It's so
bro.
easy to do.
Like low key, I think it's an emote right now. Like it's just so disrespectful, bro. Like Nobody else gets that treatment, man. Nobody else. Atomic isn't that arrogant in the story, bro. I don't know why he's getting thrashed like this. Fuck, bro.
And it's by a troll too. That's what makes it worse.
He is the meme lord at this point, isn't he?
Look, man, we just gotta, have faith in the fact that Atomic hasn't dropped his blade yet, and we all know how that is stereotypically. So, time to fuck up. When Focus Atomic Slash is still coming up, he's finna cut through this little black sperm and shit. But
Hey, that is true. He still has a sword.
Mm-hmm. So
He lost his shoe.
Yeah.
He just
That's
what the one that's upside down is looking at. It's like, hey, bro, you lost your shoe.
bro,
But if that's why he gives up, his honor's been displayed, like he's lost his shoe. That's it. That's the end of Atomic now.
It was my graduation present from my master. I have disgraced him so.
bro, I can't wait till Flashy gets bust, bro. I'm about to
Oh.
a whole week. A whole week.
Don't if Flashy came in to save Atomic, that's the only thing that'll make this shit worse.
Oh my god.
For you.
Oh my god.
I don't think it's gonna happen.
Yeah,
though,
it
based
can't.
on
I mean, low key right now, bro.
Saitama.
Like, fuck, bro. But honestly, the fact that like we were getting the second presentation of a tough fight, because all right, I don't mean to scale the situations because they're all significant. They're all have the potential to be extraordinarily cool. That's what I'm considering like significant in this instance, like the best possible looking fight, right? Number one right now is Gyoro versus Darkshine, right? That's the highest potential out of all the fights. Sure, you got Atomic and Black Sperm. Sure, we just got the Homeless and Black Sperm duo hyped up and shit. So those fights are also optimal, but like the fan base is drawn to that fight right now. Next, we just got lined up Rover, Bang, and Bomb, and maybe even Fubuki. So like, it's some shit coming up here right now, bro. That's I really hope nothing here is disappointed. Like, is disappointing. I'm not gonna lie to you. Reading this chapter, my emotions like jumped up and down like consistently, just the entire video, the entire time, the entire read. Like, but at the end of the day, I can give the chapter a really good rating. It's just that like, why did these shits get off screen? I understand why they got off screen. I understand, but like. And it's not really like even like that much more has happened since the last instances. It seems like almost nothing's happened. But
maybe they just didn't want to like keep repeating the same thing over and over, because like we saw the Atomic Samurai and Black Sperm fight. Like we saw how it went down. It's like he tries to kill him, he multiplies, gets big, and just keeps overcoming him. And the focused Atomic Slash was pretty cool, but I guess it just wasn't enough. And then the same thing with Homeless Emperor and Zombie Man. Zombie Man can't really do anything. He just keeps getting blasted. The only thing that I really have an issue with is a Mind Mask and Fear Ugly. We didn't really see anything with that. We just saw, like, I don't know, what, a couple panels of the fight?
Yeah. You don't even know how you got hurt. Really.
Exactly. So aside from that, I mean, Pig God and Gums, I mean, yeah, they're like, they're one-dimensional in their approach. They were just kind of battling for position. That's fine, but it's just the Mind Mask and Fear Ugly one that I'm kind of disappointed in.
I was expecting, or I am expecting, because of like their fighting styles, for it to be more of like a Puri Puri style drawing or situation. Puri has his own like unique art style when he fights. We already know how Murata puts in like effort, like serious ass effort for that shit. Niggas want to say that like, well, all right. It was the Sea King arc that was drawn that way. It wasn't just Puri's fight, but like Puri's fight with Sea King was exceptionally drawn well. So I'm expecting a similar instance with that. Not that every person who punches gets that same like unique variation to the art. Like Darkshine, for example, Darkshine hasn't really like gotten a Puri Puri style drawing, but his is pretty fucking good, bro. His is pretty fucking good. But it's not Puri. So we haven't really seen Amai do serious shit, go all out, or like be in a situation where we're seeing him combat up against something. He like usually one shot shit or like fucking comes in late or something. And this is Fear. We haven't seen literally nothing from Fear. He's fast. He tackled Puri or Amai. Like nothing. So like I can 100% agree with Zhoniin's claim. And I think that when we do get the reveal of how these niggas fight, if we do get it, it should be fucking badass. It should be comparable to like, because of the fanboys. It should be comparable to Booty. That's the only thing that I'll say thank you to the fanboys for. There's enough niggas that be sucking on that on my dick. Enough niggas buy those knee pads that it's enough to fund some good art, bro. So shit, I'm expecting it. I say that.
I ain't got no knee pads.
Not yet.
Bad tend to have
Yeah,
an active imagination.
You're one of those like extra dedicated ones that goes bare knee. Just like fuck it, I'll just spit on my knees and love.
What?
Oh shit. What's up, Kishipu?
Well, this chapter was like not the stakes, but the stocks for many characters going up and down, and some of them staying fairly stable. You know, like I did like that it all encompasses like kind of a catch up on all the fights, especially the one we probably were more interested in, because how long has it been since we saw the Tatsumaki fight?
Quite a while.
In a while.
So like when we got that, I was like, oh, we're actually going to get back to this. Yay, I'm happy now. You know, I was happy throughout the rest of the chapter, but you know, I wasn't quite expecting it considering it's been so long of like, is this going to be the chapter we come back? Oh no, maybe it'll be next chapter. And then months later, hasn't come back. Then it came back, and that was half the chapter.
If we were to like take all the fights that we have set up so far and like put them on an intensity meter, right? Like intensity in terms of like, you know, how high scale the attacks are, like the amount of interest in the fight, however you want to consider it. What would be at the bottom? Would it be Amai or would it be Gums?
What was the last thing you said? You cut out a little. Amai or who?
Amai or Gums?
Gums, yeah.
Me personally, I would say the Gums one. I don't want to see Sweet Maz. The reason why I don't really like the Sweet Maz fight is because like ugliness is his kryptonite. But at least it still has like the potential of like Sweet Maz overcomes it, then it could be a good fight. The Gums one, these niggas are already like in their peak condition, I guess you could say, and I still don't want to see it.
So is that unanimous? And like, if we were to meter it, the reason why I'm asking is because I feel like the Tatsu fight is also, I would consider it in the group of like the Rover fight right now and the Gyoro fight right now. Like it should be up there with like the type of shit that we saw, the 300 times gravity, fucking Tatsumaki out there flashing fucking shit up, ripping her apart and shit. Just all of the different things that have happened in that fight. They're pretty high intensity. Like I would consider it in the high dragon category, right? Maybe whatever you guys want to call it, whatever. But like, are the rest? Is no other fight at that point? So I'm asking, like, are none of these fights capable of getting to the level of Tatsu versus Gyoro so far?
I think
just power.
Oh, you mean strength versus strength?
No, just that too. But like, whatever you want to answer.
Level of interest.
Yeah, that as well.
I think Gyoro versus Darkshine is the number one here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like if you put all of these out on like a poll or something, that'd probably have the most clicks on it. Because Darkshine, we haven't seen him remotely try yet. And Gyoro, he's fucking Gyoro. And he's like at the peak of his power right now.
But I mean, like, 100%. But in the Tatsu fight, Gyoro herself is calling for Rover. So like, that to me, that adds more stock to the Rover Bang fight. Like, Bang and Bomb ain't gonna fight alone. or Bang isn't gonna fight alone. Bomb isn't gonna fight alone. They're gonna fight together, and it's Rover. And now Gyoro is calling Rover too. There's even potential for them to get all intertwined and shit. Some Tatsu, Bang, Bomb versus Rover, and fuck, that would be trash to get body.
Well, I thought that was explained pretty clearly in the chapter why she was calling him specifically. He was the only one that wasn't entangled in a ongoing fight.
Okay, yeah, it's both. Because I was thinking it was distance, but yeah, that's exactly it. He was free to move, and he should be able to get here immediately. So yeah, I guess I don't know, but the whole point was that like I kind of think that Rover versus Bang and Bomb might be a top fight too, because like there's a little bit of connections and like references there between like the whole Gyoro thing too. Let's say fucking Bang gets fucked up against Rover. Does that mean he can't get a final fight up against Gyoro later on? Is that shit done? I don't think so. They're gonna have to confront themselves again. So does that narratively mean that like Rover's gonna lose this fight? These are main characters, but he even countered the main character himself. Saitama didn't lose or didn't die. So Rover has some plot protection too, or he's relevant to the plot too. So we can't necessarily say that Bang and Bomb are just gonna beat Rover right now. But then you see how now this shit has more weight, man. Like I really feel like Bang and Bomb are going to encounter Rover or Gyoro again, and they have to have like competence with them. They have to be like, they can't be dying or they can't be like missing an arm and shit. But they're fighting Rover right now, my nigga. Like, nigga, who finna get out fighting Rover and not lose an arm? They're like, Gyoro.
Well, that's the thing, is that because she did call Rover for a reason. So it's possible that the fight is unresolved because he just leaves and goes to help Gyoro. Or Rover wins. Now, I'm just saying that because we saw what Bang and Bomb could do against Elder Centipede. Couldn't really get the job done. So do you personally think that Rover is stronger than Elder Centipede? It's difficult to say like if he's definitively like stronger than him, because they both excel in different ways, but he's definitely in the same tier for sure. So like they couldn't get the job done against Elder Centipede, who didn't have fire spamming ability. So just swap out their backup of Genos with Fubuki, and it's like, what's going to happen? I wouldn't say it's so easy to just say like they're going to win, because it doesn't seem like they have a good enough track record to warrant that.
This is. I posed a similar question in my review because I honestly don't know the outcome of that. Like I actually put EC in the thumbnail too, my nigga, because dead ass. Like you already know how I hype up the Bang and the Bang and the Meteor confrontation. How Bang said like, hey, tighten up. Genos. If Saitama ain't coming through, nigga, I wanna bust that Meteor ass, nigga. I wanna bust that shit.
Yeah, that's one of the questions that I want to ask. One, it's like, could Bang have destroyed the Meteor?
Because if he could, then regardless, we're still talking about a limited technique, as the unification with Bang, or sorry, with Bomb, was a limited technique, as they mentioned. So I'm expecting Bang, if he does it by himself, his own variant, it's like, less than 5 times he could do or some shit, right? And it'll be maybe even half as destructive as the one that he did with his brother. So if I were to assume those things and then put it up against a situation where it's EC or Rover, I think Rover can deal with 1 or 2 of those. And as you said, like, Rover's offensive ability is way higher than EC's. Way, 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 way higher. Way, like, dangerously high. Like Dragon Gyoro couldn't even do nothing to that nigga, bro. But 1 punch. And I'm not saying that Bang is anywhere near Dragon level Gyoro, but Bang is near Dragon level Gyoro. So.
Wait, what?
That made no damn sense.
I'm not saying
he's dragon level right now.
Say it twice. Big facts. I already told you, bro. You can't deal with Gyoro, Orochi, and Rover in a row and not be a high dragon at that point or after that point. So, right now, Bang, if Bang fights Gyoro, it's a high dragon fight. If Gyoro woke up 5 seconds after the Orochi fight, it's a high dragon fight. No matter what, Gyoro right now is a high dragon by all standards impossible. So it's gonna be difficult no matter what. Like if Bang runs up on Gyoro, nigga's getting clapped. Just like he's getting running up Rover right now. Shit. Just like Zoe himself admitted. He's not sure about Rover banging Bomb, bro. And that's Zoe, you know. I'm not saying Zoe has more credibility than the rest of us, but you know, it's comparable. You know.
I don't.
You know.
I'm taking guesses just like everybody else.
I know, but you know, niggas happen to suck your dick a lot more than they suck our dick.
That's not true. People
You're
bite
mad
me.
and they get your dick sucked?
All the way from Barcelona.
Bro, I've literally seen females on Twitter hump her after Suzuki's meet. Mm-hmm.
Well,
Yeah.
when did this happen?
Grimm's fake accounts.
You trying to catfish him?
It's fucked up because we live in the same area. Oh shit!
Hey, you want to meet up and watch them kill a kill?
Hey,
Hey there, my name is Black Stannis. You want to get together?
Black Stannis, Chan.
that's an instant block.
Oh shit! Oh shit! If I go to your neighborhood and pay your neighbors to change their Wi-Fi code names to to Black Stannis.
Bro.
Oh shit. But yeah, that's enough of the chapter introduction.
Oh god, it's the chapter introduction.
Oh no.
That was the cold open.
Yep. All right, so let's slam into this shit, bro. We got the final completed volume picture. Fucking amazing. Did you guys already see it?
Oh hell yeah!
Yep.
We saw that like
Beautiful.
in between like the last two chapters, I think, was when that was posted the first time.
But this one is the complete full spread together, no lines, no nothing in there, colored, cute as fuck. What'd you guys think?
Yeah, it looks amazing. One thing to take away, or three things to take away from this is, first of all, Fubuki looks amazing. Tatsumaki looks really good too. Very realistic in her lower body. And then three, we
No
see
pork lord.
Drive Knight using double silver swords in his horse form. That's pretty cool, something we haven't seen before. So he could go double silver blades if he wants. Is that something we're going to see in the future? Maybe. Just something to point out.
All I needed was Fubuki to be on there, and it was a 10 out of 10.
Puri's got those angel wings, so he might fly in the future. Who knows?
Oh, shit. Yeah, Pig Guy's not on there. I forgot.
Yeah, Murata isn't even interested with him.
And it wasn't like there wasn't any room. Like right underneath Saitama's fist, there's plenty of room.
Or on the side of Genesis' hand.
Feels bad.
Mate, even Tank Top Master made it in. Oh my god.
Yeah, and Bomb. And Moomin Rider. Who the hell invited him?
Have we even seen him really this arc at all?
No.
I think we saw him in the hospital or some shit. I think.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and that makes him cover worthy.
Yeah, Moomin Rider's great.
Do you guys see? You guys see like how the curvature of the ribs right underneath Fubuki's tits, like they help accentuate the shape of her. Like, oh, the artistry here, bro. Like, oh, perfection.
We also saw Moomin Rider in the new OVA for season 2.
Yeah, we did actually. I forgot about that.
And speaking of that, it's not really a big deal, but they say something about a character in that OVA that isn't revealed until like much later in the webcomic.
Oh, was it Chain and Toad?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I thought that was odd of them to do that.
I feel like they've mentioned it before, but I don't know if you're saying it's in the webcomic.
It definitely is.
Didn't watch it.
But on
It's
the
pretty
plus,
good. So
on the plus-
your boy's in it.
Oh, okay. Never mind. I did watch it. They were on the Yeah. Or they were getting hype, like they were each like flaming up, getting hype, and he's like, "Calm down, buddy." Yeah.
Who was
That
good?
was funny.
They were. It was Bang and Atomic Samurai fishing.
Yeah, they were fishing, and then like they'd say something, get hype about it, and the end would be like,
Oh yeah, they calm hype.
Yeah. But I'm still not okay with the animation, so fuck that shit.
I don't know. The reception was better than season 2's standard. A lot of people were saying that it was better.
I've definitely been disappointed this past year with all that. Not only just One Punch, but Tai's anime has let me down this year. But apparently, Castlevania season 3's coming out soon, so my dick is a little bit hard for that.
Oh,
My
nice.
Hero's been great, but anyway, let's go back.
Wow, bruh.
Let's
You know
go
what it's
into
like?
these.
It's like when that
No, good.
piece of toilet paper that you step on. That's what My Hero's like. It just keeps following you.
Oh, and then you walk around with it, and then the cute girl tells you that you have toilet paper on your shoe when you thought that she was trying to get your attention.
And then she actually talks to you, and then you end up fucking her and getting her pregnant, and then you leave her.
No, and then I like stand there and jizz in my pants, and she walks away.
Yeah,
It's a different turn, all right.
that sounds a little too. Real.
Not that happened to me, just like my friend. That happened to him.
There's got to be a third option here, right? You either get this lady pregnant,
or you
or
come
you
your
jizz in your pants. It's like, come on, man. Where's the good part?
Oh shit!
I guess it's better than being arrested for indecent exposure.
But back to these fights. So, Child Emperor versus Evil Natural Water. I'm just going to put it out there in case the listeners or anyone here didn't notice it, but Child Emperor has like a breathing mask.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I didn't notice that.
I didn't notice till you point out in your review.
There's some bubbles there and shit. But hold on, we skipping ahead and shit.
We are?
Yeah. I wanna hop on this pig god.
Oh, yeah. All of this is new information, by the way.
Oh,
Is all right. So I still like I haven't looked it up, but I can't get this out of my head. I feel like I've heard before something about like the fat body being a prime body. Have you guys ever heard that like theorem or idea before?
The only time I've ever heard something like that was from that Tekken character, Bob.
Okay, well I think I've heard that, but not there. But like this is alluding to the fact that Pig God is technically has like a Superman archetype. Would you guys disagree?
A Superman, yeah, but not Superman.
I would say superhuman. Just to
No, that's not what I mean. I mean as like, well, technically, yeah, the term superhuman would be accurate. I'm talking about like the peak of humanity, but this is supposed to be like representing like from what I've read, that's what I first thought about. Like, oh, this is Superman. Like, this is what they would say about Superman. Literally, what they would say about Superman. So I'm like, is that what this guy is supposed to hold, or how did you guys take this this read through?
He's really fat.
Yes.
does while I didn't make note of it in my reaction or anything, but in recent days I've started making even more of a connection between him and Food Battler. Because Food Battler, remember when he got swiped by the claws and nothing happened? So this kind of proves it, that Food Battler may be following in Pig God's footsteps.
Let's go.
But also, I mean, it wasn't exactly the same. Food Battler kind of just got lucky.
It could have been. I'm just saying that.
No, I mean,
there
he's
might be
definitely in the same realm. I'm not going to discount it completely. But also that kind of shows us more parallels that, like, there are, like, some light versions in the support team to the S-Class. Like, I guess Needle Star could be, like, Metal Bat. Gear Spurs, obviously, like Tatsumaki. Food Battler's, like, fucking Pig God. And then Mizuki's, like, Darkshine.
Definitely. But just like the way that like Because if you guys pay attention to the context of how the entire introduction was for that character, and just the chapter in general, there was like a whole theme to it, like, kind of like a satirical troll to like these people were getting this motherfucker hyped up in the final panel where he gets his title page, his title introduction is him getting fucked over by gums. And that was the routine of this chapter, kind of like a whole like, oh, you guys thought you were all great and powerful, but no, you ran into fucking the motherfuckers, the real motherfuckers.
Yeah, this is definitely implying that this is the first L's they've ever taken.
And they're heavy.
See, but for me though, is like that narration kind of like in a One Piece-esque manner. Sorry, Satsuki, but it was especially the end part where it's like they're starting to remerge that feeling of fear. That was kind of, I'm not sure if it was meant to be a negative note because it sounded like a really positive note to me in the sense of you see Pig God start to battle back, and I think it's kind of like the spark reignites in all of them, and they have that fear back in them.
Yeah,
and they're about to kick ass.
No, I fully agree with you, Sundown. Like, it's like that element of, they've lived, like, they've been brought back to reality, like the fear of monsters. Like, they've got like this, like you see everyone, as you said, like, Atomic wakes up again, like, Pig God gets back and starts kicking. It's what they need. It's their wake up call to start fighting. Kind of like what happened to Puri with Deep Sea King, where obviously after Deep Sea King happened, he was like, I've got to get better, and this should hopefully do something for them. Like, it started to with Atomic, but hopefully we'll see improvements for the rest of them as well.
Kind of, for every mountain you climb, there's always another Matterhorn behind it, right?
Yep, that's a great way to put it too.
All right. I'll let you all do your piece, and then we're going to move forward, all right? So, Black Sperm is holding Atomic by his hair.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Black Spermatozoon was holding Atomic by his hair.
Go ahead. Take a turn. Come on. What are your thoughts?
It's not really...
That nigga got fucked up!
Well, someone had to say.
He fucking sucks! No, I was going to say, it's not because he's weak. He's obviously not weak. It's just that Black Sperm is really strong.
Kind of his polar opposite, as it were. Like his natural enemy or something,
Yeah, it was a bad matchup. Matchups matter on Punch Man, and it sucks that he also went up against the most hyped up monster, one of the most hyped up monsters in the series.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, it's not anything I didn't really expect. It's just how it happened, the timing of it that caught me off guard. But as Kishin already said, he's like a horrible matchup for Atomic, given his powers.
Satsuki, calling it off guard is an understatement. I saw your reaction. You were laughing for a good couple minutes.
Because I knew the residual effect that was going to happen on Grimm's Discord. I was like, after this, it's nothing but memes for the next week, probably longer.
I think I said something similar. I was like, oh, Grimm's not going to be happy.
Bro, this is ridiculous, bro. Like, literally, whenever, like, we're getting heated in the debate, like, 3 niggas just dropped the panel of Atomic getting hung up by his hair, man. Just talking shit, bro. Like, I had to stop a flashy debate earlier today because niggas just coming in with that shit. He was like, oh, what happened to G5? that core is looking nice, ain't it? Like, chill, bro. Like, niggas acting like 100 Eyes got killed. Relax, bro. Relax. So, things are definitely escalating, Obviously, this shows the investment of the individuals in the community and, like, how they see Atomic's about to come back and clap his niggas' cheeks. They already know that shit's about to happen. I swear to getting all this hype and this trash talking out now So when Atomic comes out with that Focus Atomic Slash, cut this nigga's head off that's holding onto his blade, and it really gives fucking Black Sperm that work. Really shows him. Let me not say that. Let me be PC. But shit's gonna change.
That comeback is gonna be real. Like I expect the time of the comeback, but when is a whole different matter.
Mhm.
And
Yeah, for now it's a W for the rest of us. You reckon that Atomic Samurai is gonna cut off his hair like Sakura and Naruto?
That would be so trash.
He's like, God damn it, I can't get away. Okay,
These
must
niggas are fucking
dishonor
clowns,
myself.
bro.
It's gonna be like, this is my moment. This is my time to change. Fuck you,
And the
Black
thing is, Sakura still lost that fight. She still lost. All she did was bite the girl.
On a side note, though, somebody already made a meme of all, or not a meme, a gif of them, of all the sperms for this chapter, and they're like in their stances and shit. So I'd be interested to see if somebody could like mix all of the sperm so far, because in the first release,
Mix all of the sperm so far. Freezing grill.
bro, what the fuck, bro? Yo. Bro, I don't even watch porn like that, bro.
You don't watch sperm mixing porn?
Bro, fuck. I mean, you know, shit happens sometimes, but like, but yeah, somebody make a gift for that.
That's the real insult to injury for Atomic. It's like, so one of them is trying to grab his blade, and the rest are just doing the YMCA in the background. That's where the real kind of issue comes from.
So,
Do you guys reckon there'll be anything in regards to like Atomic growing his second blade and like two blading it?
I mean, he has it. He should use it.
yeah.
I mean, if he has some sort of two blade style, I'm not sure if I'd be against it. It'd be pretty cool, right?
Yeah, that would be dope.
Pull
That's
out the
when he
second
goes
blade
into
in his ass.
subatomic slash.
Ooh, I like the way y'all niggas think, bro. Alright. Two-bladed atomic? Shit, nigga. Them nigga getting serious. Oh, shit.
Either that or he calls Atomic Seppuku, which you might end up doing.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you think it's
Fucking
just like a little
mad.
seppuku knife that you thought it was a full blade katana?
You're a piece of shit, bro.
That would be, oh my god.
What, he like does it to himself? Like, instead of normal seppuku, it's like the atomic.
If I must go out, I will do it in the highest manner possible.
All right, so before we move on to Child, we were given information in regards to Homeless and Zombie together. Or excuse me, Homeless and Black Sperm together. Obviously, Homeless Emperor is decimating zombie men right now, and that's what we were going to initially discuss, but there's not much more context to that. So, what is let me read the phrasing of manga decks exactly, and then we can go from there. Because this like, I'm obviously trying to use this to hype up Atomic, but at the same time, this could mean a lot of fucking shit.
I think I know what you're talking about. Part where she says, if Homeless Emperor and Black Sperm join forces, they can kill anyone. That?
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
This is Gyoro.
Major hype.
This is Gyoro. He's the person who we vouched for her credibility, and the story has shown her credibility. So we've also seen that she's failed on certain occasions, underestimating Tatsumaki or overestimating whatever situation is. So seriously, it's serious inquiry, like not no like surface level shit. Like think deep. Is this supposed to mean like the exaggerated version of this, or like Black Sperm and Homeless Emperor together can beat Orochi, or is this just her saying that they're tough?
I think-
Go ahead.
I was gonna say I think it's probably post Orochi because Orochi was her trump card, and now that he's gone, she's like, well, at least I've got these two more than anything. I don't think it's gonna be they could beat Orochi because she knows how powerful he was, but at the same time, it's like I think it's a good way to say like these two. I don't say the strongest executives, but maybe it's just how their abilities combine with one another. They're pretty much unstoppable together.
Zeus.
Yeah, I pretty much agree with what Matt said, and you already said it before, but Gyro's credibility is taking a hit because she's underestimated Tatsumaki like twice, and then she did it with Garo, and I mean, like she's doing a good job when it comes to the matchups with the S-class heroes, but she obviously does not know how strong Tatsumaki really is.
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. Like we have the right to be talking about this and to be discussing her credibility. Please continue.
I don't think like I think the combination of Homeless Emperor and Black Sperm is like super powerful, as she said, but I don't know if it'll be enough to kill anyone, like she said, like Orochi. But there's no way of knowing really. Maybe it's I don't know if it's like just like a power thing or if they're just a good combination, like they work good as a team.
See, that's what I wanted to know because the way she phrased it was almost as if they have a history of having worked together, which sounds really weird when you think about someone like Black Sperm working together with anybody. He's there like, you're looking down on me. But
he's his own team. Why does he need anybody?
Well, yeah, well, Homeless didn't have his powers until a few days ago, anyway. So like, Homeless didn't have his powers until a few days ago. So like, they almost couldn't have a history working together as a team. So like, she's really saying that like the culmination of their powers. Isn't that what she's saying then?
Suppose so.
I mean, unless
I don't see them working together.
Yeah, it's more of an if scenario. She literally says if they join forces. So she's just thinking theoretically.
It's difficult to take what Gyoro says as fact because throughout the series she's always been kind of like wrong or just misinformed or just overzealous in what she says. So this could be one of those instances, or this is just like information, and it just means like they're unbeatable. Well, I mean, she says anyone, so I guess that means like if they were to team up against someone, there's no chance of anyone winning. So does that mean Orochi? Maybe, maybe not. But this also could be like what Matt was saying about how this is just in a post-Orochi world, they could beat anyone. But also, we have to, before, I'll let you go, but before, remember, Black Sperm did not back down to Orochi. Remember that whole sequence in season 2. He wasn't taking Orochi shit.
This is why I'm asking this. I'm asking you this directly, Zoe. Like, just do your 100% best to just use, like you always do, manga only. Do you think this is referring to them using their powers in tandem or to them being on the same team? Like, is it the fact that, like, because I have Black Sperm and Homeless Emperor on my team, that them together, my team is unstoppable? Or that if Homeless Emperor and Black Sperm are on the same battlefield, that they can defeat any opponent? Which one is it?
It's definitely, if they were working in tandem together, they can beat anyone.
But we can agree that there's no history to this because this guy got his powers a week ago.
Nothing confirmed, but I'm going to take a guess. And there's probably, this is just her just guessing based off of their powers. I don't think they've met each other before they joined the Monster Association because it was also pointed out that he's only been Homeless Emperor for like, a month now or something like that. And it's really unknown anything about Black Sperm, like how he came to be, how long he has been around, what's going on with him at all. So I think she's just guessing, like, okay, Homeless Emperor is this powerful, Black Sperm is this powerful. If they work together, they're like the perfect team. It would be like combining like Dark Shine and Flashy Flash. Like if like the Hero Association said something like, if Flashy Flash and Dark Shine join forces, they can kill anyone.
I want you guys know, like, this puts a lot of weight into Black Sperm and Homeless. Like, so I'll say this, and I'm not talking about you, Zhoniin, so exclude yourself from what I'm about to say. The community who also reads a webcomic has unanimously disregarded Homeless in contrast to Black Sperm. Whenever I hear, see, or speak about Homeless Emperor with Black Sperm or around Black Sperm or in context of Black Sperm, there's a clear, oh, this guy has a normal body, he's not that impressive. I've even heard Vaccine Man is stronger than Homeless Emperor. But now Gyoro in the story is telling me that united with Black Sperm, little can be done. How strong is Homeless? And why is Drive Knight telling me that this nigga has a normal body? That why is he trying to disregard him? I have no reason to think that Homeless Emperor is weak. I saw a bullet come to his face and him throw a ball to block it.
Yeah, I mean that's one of his most impressive feats, which he doesn't have in the webcomic. And that's another reason why people disregard him, because he's way more powerful in the manga than what he is in the webcomic. Which is the case with a lot of characters, but more so him. Like, we don't really get to see too much of like Homeless Emperor's outrageousness the way that we get to see it in the manga. Like, it shows clearly that he's like a force to be reckoned with, and that he does have superhuman reflexes, which wasn't really established beforehand. But we also did get confirmation in the previous chapter that he's just a normal dude outside of his powers. So that's really holding him back. He's like the ultimate glass cannon. But I guess what I guess what this character is saying is that if Homeless Emperor were to like back up Black Sperm, like, you know, support fire, cover fire, and then Black Sperm was like in the midst of things, they're pretty much like an unbeatable team. And she specifically,
army before you nuke it.
She specifically says can kill anyone. So does that mean like a 1v1 fight? Or does that mean that like if all of the Hero Association went against Black Sperm and Homeless Emperor, they would still lose? Probably not. I think she just means kill anyone, meaning that like if she can somehow get Homeless Emperor and Black Sperm to come fight Tatsumaki, they would defeat her.
Gyoro sounded creditless as fuck.
Yeah, and this is also like, I guess her contingency plan for losing Orochi. It's like, okay, Orochi was originally my guy that could defeat anyone, but now that he's gone, if I get Black Sperm and Homeless Emperor to join together, then they can just make up for that.
Yeah, shout out to Matt for bringing that up, because I did not consider that like that context to that. If that's the case, yeah, but because shit, nigga, if that's the case, then we gotta put Homeless in a conversation for Monster King candidate, or no, or is his glass cannon quote unquote factor too much?
Probably. It depends on the versatility, like the true versatility of the energy balls he's got. Because if he's like super good with them, then I think so. But that's still like, I bet it's just like one and done kind of thing. If you hit him, he's gone.
That's what I'm waiting to see too. Because technically, like, I have no reason to believe that Atomic is as tanky as Darkshine. I also have no reason to believe that Atomic is like tankier than Moomin. Like, I don't know that.
I think he is, definitely. He took that shot from Black Sperm. There's no way Moomin is taking that shot and moving afterwards.
True. I mean,
like,
but
I was saying, what? Deep Sea King was kind of just messing around with Moomin Rider.
Hmm.
Like, if he really legitimately tried to hit him, he'd like just pop him like a grape.
He could have collapsed the building. So yeah, you're right. He was holding back.
Justice crush.
But then also, like, the dialogue about Homeless Emperor says massive explosion, blah, blah, physical ability similar to that of a normal human. So I guess that means, like, if an S-Class guy punched him, he's done.
Yeah, probably. I would imagine.
But he does have one quality that we don't seem to talk about very much. He's not affected by his own concussive blast.
What do you mean?
Well, you stand near a grenade, which, you know...
But he has magical powers, though.
I know. I'm just saying that's one attribute he has that, you know, humans don't have. So that's probably where the similar to a human.
I wouldn't call that a special attribute. I'd say that, yeah, I wouldn't call it a special attribute. But that's definitely true. He doesn't falter away from that. And that could be like, that is questionable. But I don't think this is like, just the drawings, just how the attacks are.
But then makes me wonder if you started like throwing explosives at him, would he be affected by those or not?
True. AoE attacks. I mean, we'll see. Murata has definitely shown that, like, he's capable of using tactical awareness and tactical, like, ploys and little knickknacks to get around all different kinds of situations. But the thing about it, the thing about the story is that he uses each character's, like, archetype to do those things. So Zombie Man is going to be clever in his own different way than Child Emperor is. We saw that. And it's made evident with the comparisons with Drive Knight, Genos, Metal Knight, and whoever may be, that all those different forms of tech guys use tech in a completely different way. And it's all unique. So, maybe. Jedi Knight Emperor has been immobilized.
He's been dropped in the kiddie pool.
Yeah.
Or in the adult pool, let's say.
Yeah.
On the deep end.
Well, first I want to give Chop props. Like, he is taking on evil natural water, and like the way the fight's going, it definitely looks like he's in position to, like, you know, try something. He's got his water mask on. Even though his box looks fucking almost kaput, he's still able to pull different shit out of there. Like, somebody needs to do a count. I know somebody on Reddit is probably already gonna do it, but like, do a count of all the different tech that he has, man. I'm gonna try to do a video on that shit too, because this is fucking ridiculous, man. Like, it's almost like some magical box shit. Like, how do you pull? You have gas in there, bitch. You have oxygen in that backpack. Like, what?
Well, see, that's what I keep bringing up. It's like, is he like making miniature versions of everything and like enlarging them as he needs them, or does he have like some kind of interdimensional storage device in there?
Yeah, it's all either nanotech, compression tech, pocket dimension stuff, or, you know, something else. But I doubt it will ever be explained. It's kind of just his thing that he has. But also, it begs to question, like, considering that he was Bufoy's assistant, and you kind of assume that he learned most of all of his robotic technology from Bufoy.
Why we haven't seen this with him?
Yeah. Or is this something that he just created himself? Or maybe we will see something like that.
I definitely, like, see, that's why I was saying before that this goes into, like, how every character is different. Like, you may have similar designs for guys, or they may have similar weapons, but they do it differently. So I would, like, at least the design type, for example, a sword, right? There's no reason why Metal Knight can't have a sword. But maybe his sword isn't a lightsaber, or his sword is like fucking magnetically charged, nano changed that fucking extend some crazy shit, right? That's a sword, but it just looks different, or is made of different material or different tech. That's what I would expect. That, like, he probably has more shit than Child even. It's even stronger or crazier shit, but it's not going to be a toy for a fact. It's not going to be a toy.
I think Metal Knight has been, like, extremely stingy with his stuff so far, and we haven't really seen anything.
You think I'll be impressed whenever Meta Knight shows up?
Well, he was rated as being one of the top 4 of the S class by Gyoro.
What does that mean, though?
It means that, in theory, he's one of the 4 strongest because of the implications of how powerful his true arsenal is. That is also, quote unquote, feared by the Hero Association. So, like, whatever he really has, like, when he's not messing around, is probably way more powerful than Brave Giant.
Bro, y'all niggas try to... Alright. But look, like I said, bro, until I see something surpass Emperor Nova, ain't nothing surpassing the Emperor Nova.
Wait, say that again.
Yeah, you kind of cut out.
I said, you think
You
if...
need to see something that will surpass Emperor Nova, and then you will be impressed.
Oh.
Big facts. But if the weapons test that Metal Knight did on the meteor, if he did that to Dark Shine, what happens?
Eats it.
Damn. That was a big attack, bro.
To further notice.
Alright, bro. What about even out your water? How do you guys feel about him right now?
Broken.
He a dumbass.
Yeah, he ain't got no brain. Unless there's some kind of like microscopic stuff in him that functions as like some kind of nervous system. We just can't see it. I have no idea.
He has some kind of sentience.
Yeah.
He doesn't realize that Child Emperor, who's within him at the moment, is using some sort of gas tank to stay alive. Whereas he could just, I don't know, do some of that water bullet shit he was doing, but directed internally and totally just kill his ass.
Well, that was the thing. He's not like entirely aware of all of his surroundings and everything that's going on in the specific moment. He is more emotion based, but somehow knew to pull the oil from sludge jellyfish, so it's questionable.
Mm-hmm.
I still think it was just, it came along with the rest of the water.
Oh, bruh.
A fluid life form that reacts to negative emotions like hostility and hatred increases its volume by absorbing water attacks with water cannons.
Look, bro, all I know is that this nigga used oil with purpose. And then he's drowning this motherfucker. Like, he didn't drown the sludge. He just sucked that nigga up.
You can't freaking drown something that's like 95% water.
What you mean, bro? Put it in more water.
It don't work that way.
Oh, Grimm, you really are like Atomic Samurai. That's a very Atomic Samurai.
It's like, I'll just slash it more.
Are you telling me if I put fucking, like, if I take a barrel of oil, drop that bitch deep down, 500 meters underneath the water, let that bitch go, that the fucking, it's not going to be inside of water? Yes, that bitch will be inside of water. It's going to dilute inside of the water, man. There's too much water there. Some of it might come up if there's enough of it, but no, actually, it might all come up.
All the oil was gonna come up.
It might all come up.
That was a bad analogy.
Look, all I'm saying is that this nigga sucked that nigga up, bro. He sucked him up, bro. He sucked that nigga up. He ain't suck up Child though, bro. He's drowning that nigga.
Why are you saying it like this?
Also, another point. Okay, we've now seen 3 examples of people surviving against evil natural water. We know that he goes after negative emotions.
Here comes the
No,
slander
think
train.
about it. 2 monsters have died to this thing. But any human that we've seen, they aren't immediately just drank. You know? They haven't been completely absorbed for their water content. Why is that?
The other nigga's made of fur though, and you're saying that humans are like,
No, I don't. I'm just noticing a connection. It's like, why are the monsters all being just absorbed and killed off? But we've seen 4 human examples, so that's a larger, pool of, like, why are they being allowed to survive?
that's something.
He should be absorbing them too.
That's a really good observation. I think I would probably like account for that by saying that like once they're knocked out, they probably like don't have any more hate or like
Yeah, I think that's it.
yeah, or the
Yeah.
monsters
Maybe he
have
just
so much more
loses
hate.
interest. Yeah, that's definitely true too. The monsters have way more hate or negative.
Yeah,
That's how they became monsters.
yeah, or plot.
Well, yeah, I mean it's of course plot, but if we want to, really look into it, I assume it's because, like Grimm said, once they're knocked out, they don't have any emotions anymore, and he probably just loses interest. It's not like he's super intelligent. He's like, I gotta make sure they're dead. He's like barely self-aware.
So, question I've got is who would be the best match for Evil Natural Water if that's the case?
Tell me something.
I'm still going Genos.
I would say Tatsumaki.
Wow, you're a piece of shit, bro.
You need like that raw power to be able to deal with that.
What is she gonna do? Squish him? It's water.
Yeah.
Man, she could contain him.
Before.
Well, yeah, there you go, because that's what Gyoro did.
No, you can't compress a fluid. I mean, yeah, you can contain
No,
it from.
if she does like a
Put him in that glass box.
You're right. Yeah.
or does like a reverse, like normally how like her and Fubuki they have like that barrier that they make. If they do that in reverse, encasing him, there you go. Until you can find a more permanent solution. It's like I'm just going to hold you in here for a bit.
Damn, so Fubuki's about to hold Evil Natural Water for a bit while she puts him in a little tank.
No, I'm just saying. I was saying we've both seen them do a barrier move, so they can do that on themselves. But if they can do that in reverse around something else, it's a container that could potentially hold him.
I definitely think,
and if Gyoro can do it, they can probably do it too.
I mean, if that's how Gyoro captured him, I can see Tatsumaki doing it. But Fubuki's definitely getting a fucking jet beam to the throat first.
Straight through the tit.
Yeah.
Nah, she blocked.
Shut the fuck up, dog. I hate that shit, bro. I fucking ruined
No,
the
I think she
chapter.
could probably block it in the beginning. I mean, if she can block a Rover blast, I'm sure she can block a few evil water blasts.
That ruined the chapter, bro.
Shut
That was
up. No, it
the
didn't.
best part.
Went up.
Hey,
It really did, bro. Fuck, bro. I don't even want
that's
to.
part.
Should we just go right into that then?
No. Bro. We gotta give the viewers everything. Let them wait.
We didn't mention that Bofoi could come with like a Hoover or something.
Bro.
Yes, absolutely.
It's like, I gotta literally clean up your fucking mess, boy.
We got two niggas sucking niggas up, huh? So Pooty's out here on his knees and shit. Any thoughts?
Right,
It's
first
regular
thing.
Saturday night.
That
Do
boy
you think
tank.
he's gonna go fight Gyoro again?
Hey,
You gotta sit down. You gotta sit
I'm
down.
not dead yet.
Gotta get his breath, but there's a reason. Just a general thing. Does everyone think Puri's gonna go fight Gyoro again?
Yeah, he gonna do it. He's gonna be there and like, I still got all my teeth in my mouth. You ain't
It's
punched them out yet.
Puri is so extremely limited at this point in the story. I'm not really sure what else he can do from this point on, except just help them in any way he can. He's not completely useless. I mean, we saw that he helped against Melzergard. That was pretty helpful, but like, this is completely different.
The thing is, though, like, because I'm gonna support that viewpoint because of the fact that I think Gyoro has to fight somebody after that, so he can't get banged and bodied by Darkshine, but he's got to do that thing to Darkshine. Man. Darkshine has no fucking appointment after this. Who he got to see after this? Nobody. Mizuki's already knocked out. Man. Like, you better lay down and join him. And for what I've seen from Gyoro, Darkshine is not going to put the same amount of punishment that Rover, Orochi, and Gyoro did on Gyoro. So he's at least taking that much. He's at least taking that much. Am I wrong? Nani?
I don't know. I honestly, I don't know. I'm intrigued to see how powerful Darkshine is going to be in the manga. Because so far, it's way more than what he is.
So do you reckon we're gonna get like a Darkshine defeat from the perspective of Puri Puri, like a horror movie, just from his eyes. We're going to see Darkshine getting like split in two by Gyoro or something.
Oh, like he imagines it?
No, as in like from his perspective. From
Oh, he
Puri's
sees it
perspective.
happen?
Yeah, he sees it happening.
Or just the opposite. And he tears Gyoro in half like a phone book.
It could be either way, yeah.
I mean, Puri Puri can still like save Tario. Still do that.
Ah, that's true. That's something you could do.
And he
Nah,
can
he's-
get more power ups as well.
Nah, he's too naked to be doing that.
Yeah.
I've come to save you. It's like, he's naked. Get the fuck away.
I mean, child doesn't mind, so you know.
Oh, you know what? He can help the disciples.
Okama would
They'll be
love
like,
that.
Scoop 'em
we
up.
prefer to die. Thank you very much.
Come on.
He rolls in. Okama Itachi's just like, I now have strength.
I forget that part.
The main reason I asked that is because I've got a quote from one of our guys, and I want to see if you can figure out who it is. Who made a tweet, and he says this: "On my mama, if Puri gets back up and fights Gyoro, I'm changing my name to Puri's proud boyfriend or my baby fought Gyoro. Talk about glow up. Hashtag One Punch Man." Now,
Well, I wonder who that was.
Can we figure out who said that?
That was
Kind
you,
of
man.
hard.
Yeah, that sounds like a bad tweet.
I think it might be the guy who's always talking about clocks.
Bro, all right. You heard it here first, bro. If my nigga Pooty get back up and fight Garo, that's my boyfriend, nigga. Tighten up.
All right then. Got the date set.
No, but like, you know, that's definitely would be part of his like development as a character and shit. Because he got back up and improved from Sea King. So why wouldn't the next step in his improvement like be getting back up mid fight to take on a bigger threat? So shit, I really just you guys brought it up, and I seriously considered it this podcast just now. But for real, Darkshine and Pooty versus Garo might be a thing in a few chapters. Like this
That would be cool if they team up. That would be really cool.
Hell yeah. We'd be guaranteed extraordinary art. The sexy ass back for Garo and shit. That Pooty fucking grown man art shit, bitch. And that dark shine.
Bird gotta take a nap. I've been doing too much. Nigga fought a dragon, two dragons, dragon level threats, and a demon. He gotta sit down.
Pooty
Yeah,
big
he's
strong.
getting more action than like the S class. I mean, the other S class guys.
And he's supposed to be like the weakest.
Allegedly.
It's funny that this type of kid, the one who rates, is the one who's getting attention like this. Them niggas in Japan shameless, bro.
Allegedly rapes.
Yeah.
All he has to do is kiss you, and you feel like you've been raped.
So, in my review, I talked about how, like, I think the mirrors were, like, showing confirming that, like, that whole thought process that we had before, that, like, fear is, like, Amai's fucking, like, inner self or whatever. Did you guys get that same feel from the picture of Amai on the ground, or, like, how'd you guys feel about the whole Amai situation?
I have no idea what's going on there, but I want to hear what you guys have to say.
Welcome. I'm glad this happening. Early Christmas present for me. I don't like Sweet Mass, and the fact that he's losing like this without even putting up a fight is icing on the damn cake. And slander won't stop. I don't care what excuses people have. He's fighting up. You don't understand. If you're ugly, is really ugly. I don't give a damn. He's not putting up a fight. And I can't really see like Sweet Mass having like some friendship power up to overcome it because it's not in his character.
I was gonna say, I'm not sure where the friggin' mirrors came from.
Yeah, me either.
Yeah, that confused me too.
Like I saw the mirrors and I was like, the heck's going on here? But and I'm not too invested in Amai, but I'd like to see him win for other reasons.
What I was
Sounded real gay.
what?
Huh?
Oh, I'd like to see him win for other reasons. That was gay.
No,
You're the only one that went down that route, bro.
What could the other reasons be that make it gay?
You know.
Grim, we think you think about this too much, or think at least a little too hard on it.
Like if he wins, does that mean he's gonna pull his bone around or something?
Bro. Sundown dropped the sexual innuendo and it went over your heads, bro. That nigga big gay.
The guy whose name is Homeless Sperm is accusing me of sexuality.
What's up, Kishipu?
One way Amai could, maybe pull out of this downward turn this fight's been going for him.
Pull out.
Fights.
Very good, bro.
Well, okay. If he fights with his eyes closed.
I thought about that.
He's got a bunch of broken glass around him as well. You reckon this guy's gonna, blind himself?
Just blind himself, and it's like,
Yeah.
do this, I'm
That'd
going
be
out
gruesome.
like Fujitora.
Yeah. You reckon he'd do that? I don't think he would.
Hell
That's
no.
it.
Knowing
But it
him,
would
he
be
would get an eye
crazy.
transplant and plastic surgery after all this,
So
before his fans could see him.
So is that like a plausible thing then? Like, am I impeding his sight somehow? Is how he'll deal with this like trauma or whatever?
That's the only way it seems like. He's gonna have to like close his eyes and like sense them, like how, kind of like how Kenpachi fought Tozen, Bleach. He's gonna have to he's gonna have to like counter his punches, or whatever the fuck I don't know how he's fighting them.
He's gonna sense his ugly energy approaching.
That's what I'm saying.
Or
It's like,
smell him.
how are they fighting? Is Fear Ugly like using Genjutsu?
He might be getting into his head on some
Go
level.
what?
They do say that in the bio from, what was it, last chapter?
Yeah.
Chapter before, where it's like he gets you and defeats you physically as much as he does mentally. So this could be the mental side of it.
That's what I'm saying. Because where did the glass come from, and how is Fear Ugly's face showing up in the glass if it's all on the ground?
Bro, that's what
He's got
that's what
all
touchy
in
in
his
his-
head.
Bro, that's what I was saying. Like, it's a symbolic thing of like Fear Ugly being what Amai sees and what he's fearing right now, the monster side of him. Because where the fuck is Fear? Like, he's not above him, and the glass is underneath his stomach. So like, how are we seeing Fear? Unless it's like the reflections of the glass. Because on
I
the panel,
think I figured it out.
on the panel before, there's like you see like glass panes even above Amai. So it looks like they're in like a room that's like surrounded with glass, like those rooms in the movies.
Yeah, it's like a funhouse mirror room.
Yeah, exactly. But why the fuck would that be under a subway?
Because this is a repressed memory. This is why he hates ugly people. He was stuck in a funhouse mirror room when he was a kid. There was an ugly person that was trying to like, hey kid, I'm part of the staff. I've come to lead you out of here. And he's like, get away from me. And then everywhere he looks, he just sees this ugly person. And it's like, and now he's reliving it with the most ugliest person he's ever seen.
Kishin ate a Grimm cell confirmed.
I was gonna say his monsterization's coming along.
Or maybe it's a representation of how he really looks like on the inside.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Well, we know he's not got the best personality, so that might be truer than you think.
But he is big cute on the outside though. Big cute.
Okay, but that's not gay, I guess.
No.
You do you, man.
Yeah, that shit ain't gay.
Just making sure. That should be a question. Who's a bigger asshole, Tatsumaki or Sweet Mass?
Definitely mine.
Hmm.
The nigga came into a meeting and caused trouble with like 3 or 4 niggas. Like coming in deliberately caused problem like that. Just to come in here to get his ass bust.
I should be leading this team.
Yeah.
The fuck? Huh?
I think it would have been like, leave all the monsters to me.
Oh man.
I think Tatsumaki is probably a bigger asshole than he is. Because he's actually kind of been cordial with people who are perceived to be beneath him. Like the disciples, and he was cool with Genos too. Tatsumaki has never been cool with anyone. She's always been a bitch.
At least she doesn't kill what used to be allies.
She totally would, though.
But it looked super cool, though.
Just hasn't had the opportunity, huh?
Oh, whoa. And those, Narinki's private squad were never his allies. Narinki kind of just did that off the books.
Yeah. I mean, it seems like the only person
glad he did,
Tatsumaki has like. Hey, shout out to Asami.
But we lost Asami.
Ass Ami.
Feels like the only person Tatsumaki has like respected even slightly is like Bang.
Yeah, that's about it.
She respected King as well.
Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah, well,
she was impressed. She was like a little thirsty.
No, she did not respect him yet. She wanted that dick.
She's like, damn.
Yeah.
On some real nigga shit. On Tatsumaki's day off, she was about to go to
like
King
women, like everybody perceives King in a different way. Like men usually see him as like this huge brooding dude, but then like when women see him, he's like super handsome. Like when you see like Fubuki see King, and then you see him from her perspective, he's like ultra handsome. It's hilarious.
Oh, King's here.
Go.
We really do need to go back and see King, but that nigga probably bodying like 4 or 5 dragons.
Yeah.
We haven't seen him in a while.
Yeah, he's due for an update. Just kill another monster via fear.
Low key, that's probably why Orochi ain't back.
I'm almost surprised this chapter didn't give us at least one panel of seeing him just walking down a hallway trying to find his way out.
Yeah, I'd like to see like him in contrast to the S-class heroes like all losing. Like we see them all losing in one page, and then you just see like King like scared, but then like monsters are just dying in his presence.
King
I think I should have come this way.
Oh my god, is that King? Ah!
He's the biggest X factor right now.
Yeah, really, because it's like, what happens if the executive or the cadres encounter King? Like, what would they do?
Yeah.
Maybe he bumps into Tario and thinks he's a monster and runs away.
Well, we know Homeless said that he's taking into account all the S-class or whatever. So I don't know how cocky he'd be in front of King though.
But that's the key. I heard about him.
Be like, oh shit, let me power up. So we also got a nice panel of evil natural water, fear, sperm, Rover, Homeless, and Gums together. These 6 are the most prominent ones right now. So compare them to any 6 other dragons in any other part of the story. This is kind of like the middle portion, kind of leading towards the climax. It seems like we're definitely like 15 steps away. That's a lot, but
I would say we're probably coming to the end of the second act of this saga or long arc.
All right. Well, if that's the case, then are there 6 other dragons that are comparable to these guys? Like, what other groups of dragons would you guys put up against these people? Including
the dead executives in Goketsu Elder Centipede, they're probably stronger than Homeless Emperor, Gums, and Fear Ugly.
All right, so that's 2 or 4.
I mean, if you want to add, you said Elder Centipede, Goketsu. If you add like Orochi.
No,
like that's
not Orochi.
And then there's like Phoenix Man. It could be debated if he's stronger than those guys. And then Carnage Kabuto, Beefcake, Vaccine Man. That's about it.
There we go.
Melzigard.
Yeah. You know what? Melzigard and the other 2. Garuga Shupa and Glory Boss. They can be debated for them as well.
I don't know about Rory Boss, bitch ass, but
No, he's the
He's
mightiest
higher than
warrior.
Melzergard.
yeah, I don't know about fucking Rory Boss, bitch ass either.
Yeah, how is Glory Boss a bitch ass?
Bitch ass.
It took Saitama to take him down.
Yeah,
Look at you, bro.
he's such a bitch. She died by one punch from Saitama.
Rover ain't died.
You know, thinking back to him, he's like a proto form of Gums. Kind of
Man,
going through a Frieza light transformation, you know, like bunch of horns and looks kind of cool, but then in the final form, all slick and everything.
Too much disrespect to Glory Boss in here.
That fucking tree. Like, fucking anteater plant. I don't know what the fuck he looks like.
Okay.
You saw what Deep Sea King's acid did to Genos? Glory Boss has acid way more powerful than that.
That's what the fuck he is. He's a Venus flytrap. Fucking piece of shit.
He's a beast.
Did you just Google search
The
that?
chat.
No.
What is Glory Boss based on?
But yeah, I guess there's a few guys out there that we can definitely put in a group up against them. But yeah, it's cool to see these guys working in tandem. I'd really like to see them actually like focused shit. Like I don't mean because I was very excited by the Child Emperor even out your water situation, but I wanted some banging shit, not just a nigga dodging like jets of water. So, with that aside, next we move over to the climax of the chapter. She's not the princess, she's the queen. Comes through banging on shit. Forces Gyoro to reveal herself. How are you guys feeling about the entire Tatsumaki versus Gyoro fight so far? Is it interesting? We've actually gotten a lot of panels and a lot of like interactions between them amongst like the chapters that we've been through. So it's not really that small of a fight. She's winning obviously, but she's been defending herself. So what do you guys think? Is it better than some of the other fights? How are you liking it? What do you expect from it? Tatsumaki versus Gyoro.
I'm not really. It's going to sound weird. I'm not too invested in the actual fight itself. I'm more invested in like what kind of interactions they're going to have when they get face to face, like the story part of it, rather than the actual fighter. Because I already expected this. Like Tatsumaki has not been tested by anyone yet. She's literally dicking around and folding people, and that's the case right now. And the fact that she's doing this against Gyoro, who's like the mastermind of all of this, she might not be the strongest, but again, she at least has enough clout and power to keep some of these monsters in check enough to where they're listening to her. And Tatsumaki is rolling through her with no effort. And you know, that just goes to show you how strong Tatsumaki is. But I'm interested to see like what's going to happen when they actually, you know, get face to face. Like what's going to happen for the story, because obviously Tatsumaki is going to bust her ass, but you know, I can't see Gyoro falling here.
I just want to see once they're face to face and she gets like a good look at Gyoro, that like how she's already made this connection, I guess telepathically. You know, it's like, oh, you're friends with Fubuki. What is this going to lead into, like some psychic arc or something? Because like we keep getting more psychics in the series, and seeing how at least 2 of them or 3 of them know each other, that's just kind of where I'm thinking at some point.
Like I said, the fight itself hasn't been like the most interesting thing. It's just been seen Tatsumaki just do a thing. Like they said, you know, among all the guys, there's this one woman who's getting the job done. That's what's been super cool about it all. Also, like, I know obviously what Kishin said about Fubuki's friend. Either that or literally she says, what the hell, it's just a regular lump of meat, because all of Fubuki's actual friends just being like literally nothing to her. And I think it'll be interesting in terms of obviously that like there hasn't been that many sidekicks, so when they do meet up, hopefully we might get a bit of Laurel backstory, and like Kishin said, it could be a psychic arc. But I've been more invested just seeing Tatsumaki just wreck, and we get to see what S Class Rank 2 really does.
Yeah, I think I agree with the rest of the guys in the sense of just seeing the panic on Gyoro's face really suggests that she's not up for a fight. But I am hoping that there is some sort of previous encounter these guys have had, some sort of familiarity between Tatsumaki and maybe Gyoro. Like she goes down, she's like, Oto-san? Or some shit like that.
Does that mean dad?
Yeah.
So that does raise an interesting question. It's like, what are the stakes for Tatsumaki here? Because she hasn't really been tested, like, at all. Same thing with Darkshine, but more so that, like, she's already proven herself against a dragon, like Gyoro, and it's not even like a fight. It's just her, like, bullying Gyoro. So, like, you know, what is going to happen? Is there anything that can happen, or is this just it? Did Tatsumaki just finishes off everyone, and that's it?
Alright. Here's what you've been waiting for. Them Gyoro titties, the good trying to get stopped, bro. This is the biggest thought, nah. They was plump as hell, bro.
You're going to have to say that again because you cut off.
Hold on. Satsuki, lead the way.
What's up?
Yeah, you got
I'd
that
have
for
to
me
skip the
too.
question, you know.
Them Gyoro titties.
Oh man, listen, man. This is why I said this chapter was lovely. This is beautiful. This is everything that I wanted. It's an early Christmas present. Thank you, Murata. One just for making a character, and Murata for actually putting in the work to make her look like this. You know, because I was spoiled to her appearance by sights. So yeah, I already knew how she looked. But now we get the official and them titties, nigga. Listen, man.
Them fucking titties.
She already moved up the top 2 for me. I mean, nobody's taking Fubuki's place because I'm a Fubuki stan and I can't turn back. But, you know, anybody who puts Gyoro in front of Fubuki, I'm not going to agree, but I'm going to understand. And that's the best you can get from me.
But I mean, like, he didn't slack. Like, he gave... Well, Fubuki, no, he gave all 3 a chance or a showing his chapter. It's just we know who took some stage.
Yeah.
Matt, let's hear it, good sir. Them titties.
Oh, gee, she was a pretty lady. Gosh.
Matt's like a gentleman. You can't get him to like come down to our level.
What beautiful hair and lovely choice in glasses and dining.
Bro, Matt the type of nigga to probably
she has taste in couches and apparel.
that wine glass is pretty cool though.
Oh yeah, it is. The detail.
I'm trying to figure out what that's supposed to be on it.
Bro, that fucking couch, bro.
There we go.
Bro, like on the real, like
Moving on the couch.
that's a real nigga shit. That couch, man. Like you can even see like the little metal studs in the circular part of the arm handle, bro. They're like all the fancy, bro. That shit look good as fuck, dog. And then the fireplace behind it, my nigga, like, bro.
Yeah, the scenery in that shot was nice.
Good as fuck, bro.
What is that? Grimm, you talking about the couch, but you ain't talking about the staircase though.
Listen, bro.
Yeah,
That's
how
like a
deep
that's
does
like a
this fucking base go.
that's like a vertical hallway for you, dude.
Listen, bro. I wasn't done talking about the fireplace, bro. You can even see the soot and the little charred little pieces at the bottom of the fireplace, bro. Not to mention the shadow of the fucking like. This man knows what the fuck he's doing, bro. I wouldn't be surprised if you could read one of those pages in the background on the books on the shelf, dog. I would not be surprised, my nigga. And yes, I did notice the stairways or whatever. It's just Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. You
Hey, look, man, I
bottom
ain't
of the
never
list.
disrespected your hallways. Don't be talking like that about my
I'm
staircase.
just saying, like bottom of the list, man. Bottom of the list.
I find it weird that it has those like every so often you have the one that just like connects two different levels like that. Why?
I don't know, subterranean architecture.
Yeah, man.
I guess
Where's your architecture at, Kishin? Huh?
it's in space with the satellites.
Oh,
goddamn.
all right.
Leave me alone.
Kishin the architect now, huh? He's certified nigga. Dang, man. You out here hating on how these niggas make they stairs, dog?
No, it's just
Where your stairs at?
an odd choice. I don't know if maybe it's a support or something that also functions as an additional stairway, but it's just an interesting choice. And then to go down 1500 meters? How deep does this damn base go? Are we going to hit the core of the planet before long? If we go any deeper, we will.
I don't know. If Orochi couldn't do it, I think we're not that close.
We got some more information about how her powers work. She uses like objects to help channel her telepathy and shit, which is pretty cool. Give some variance to how they use their powers and shit. Because Tatsumaki, or because she can communicate telepathically, but Tatsuru hasn't shown that so far. So there's definitely some variance in psychic users and shit. I'd love to see how much farther that goes. Let me ask you guys a question. Tatsumaki titties or Gyoro titties?
Gyoro.
Man, it's really like dealer's choice. Because like I'm not like too big on titties as a whole, more of an ass guy. But like I like both. I like Tatsumaki's and I like Gyoro's. I don't really like, I don't know, it just depends on like how you feel during that day. Do you just want some huge fucking F's or do you just want to chill with some A's?
Something like you said, AIDS.
Yeah, AIDS.
No, we did
Yeah,
say
that's
it. What
normal.
do you think he said?
All right, so the time has come. For the next portion, we're gonna be going deep. So please, like, explain like as deeply as you can, or just like, fuck it, you do whatever you want. Fuck, I don't care. Explain to me why it's okay for Fubuki to block this single rover blast at this distance.
Who wants to tell him?
You're up to bat.
You know why it's okay, Grimm? Because it's fucking Fubuki, nigga. You think I give a fuck?
I thought that was going to be weird.
Like what? Listen. I don't. Like other series, I'll call out. Like I still don't think it's like an ass pull or anything like that. Other series, I'm calling out. But you best believe if Fubuki is ass pulling their way, even though again I don't think there's an ass pull, I'm gonna be okay with it. I'm turning the other cheek. Well, actually, no, I'm looking directly at it because it's Fubuki. But I'm not. Nigga. I want Fubuki feats. If we got Gearspear, who was like literally fighting with Yan, and that was okay, then yeah, Fubuki can block one blast from Rover because again, it was one blast. Rover got punched by Saitama, so he's not at peak, at least in my eyes, and she still got damage from the attack. So it's not like she blocked the attack, it's all good, and she's ready to block like a million of them shits because Rover damn sure can blast a million of those with like no effort. So she would not be able to fight Rover. It's just that she was able to defend that one attack, and who knows how many she could defend. There's definitely a limit, I'll say that,
Yeah.
because she got hurt.
We should probably reserve full judgment on this until this sequence is resolved. But for now, I'll say that it's not completely an ass pull. Now, it's definitely true that you're not led to expect that she would be able to do that. But there was like implications that she's way more powerful than what it seems because of her encounter with Super S, who was a demon, way out of the pace scale of a B class hero, and she, kind of messed up Super S at points and was competing with her. So it showed that, like, yeah, she has potential, but I guess she has some serious ass potential here. We're seeing the extent of it, and also going back to Gear Spur, like Satsuki said. Espers can just do some crazy shit if they really want to.
I think it's really linked to their like. I'm not saying like this had anything to do with Fubuki, but I think like your emotional state has a lot to do with your power. And like since Fubuki, like in the Does fight, had Does had her people hostage, her group hostage. She was at a disadvantage when it came to her powers. Because, of course, she's not trying to hurt her own people.
That too. And yeah, and it did damage her somewhat. I mean, her dress got messed up and she looks kind of ruffled.
Yeah, which then makes you kind of wonder, has she been defending against multiple blasts and that was just the last one that she might have been able to block? I mean, that's obviously just speculation. Because she's the only one that looks like she's actually been in a fight. Bang and Bomb are just back there like, we woke up fresh this morning.
They're like, damn.
Yeah, especially Bang. He's like, well, look at that.
During the blast, Bomb, he's like just blocking his eyes. It's like, that's pretty damn bright over there, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, what they said, really. So I think, I do think there's definitely stuff, especially linking to emotional states with psychic abilities, as we saw with Gisper. And also, I doubt it's because of this, but obviously, one's of a series, Mob Psycho, where like mental states and emotions are super linked to how the main character uses his powers. And we have seen like different instances of Fubuki showing potential. Like obviously, we said like against Super S. One of the main things I took from that, especially comparing to Gyoro, is how Gyoro can only focus on one thing at a time, but Fubuki could focus on multiple things. So there's definitely been hints of potential. I think this is still like it's not impossible to believe what happened, but it's still a crazy thing to see. But yeah, no, I'm happy. I'm not against it though, because I want Fubuki to be strong. So yeah.
Okay, here's my problem. It's not that it's completely like impossible, like you guys are saying, for her to block it. It's fine. I personally have always considered Fubuki to be S class with her power. Like, she was fucking over an entire city block with her psychic powers. Shit, she can fly. Like, yeah, she can do that thing to niggas. But like, I had to put this lightly because like niggas can spin this or like misinterpret this very, very clearly. Viewers, listen clearly to what I'm saying. Gyoro didn't have a flashback, didn't cry, didn't say, I'm going to die. Point blank, didn't remember his entire fucking past when Gyoro held him down. He didn't do that when Orochi sent fucking hell after this nigga. When there were dragons popping out of fucking fireballs, man. He did not have those flashes, man. He stood up and told the nigga, hey, you're missing the fear factor. But when Rover showed up, nigga, he was like, it was different. The nigga even said, oh, this is a dragon. So it's not like I'm not trying to inflate the fact that like this feat is huge for Fubuki. It's that like this makes me question other things. Like if Fubuki in an elevated state can fucking block this attack while Bang and fucking Bomb are standing there with their hands behind their back, bitch, and then landing with your hands behind your back while the nigga who we almost unanimously consider the strongest dragon aside from the extremes, like, that's not okay to me, bitch. Like, bitch, you better fucking run when Rover shows up, nigga, or suit the fuck up. When EC showed up, Bang and Bomb were all about it. They were like, hey, we got to do the order shit. Like, it was like if there was no game or any time for playing. But granted, this is 2 panels. Granted, I'm a Rover fanboy. Granted, all those cases, sure, bias included also my tone, whatever it may be. But like, you can't tell me that Fubuki blocking Rover point blank isn't something that you could compare to Rover or to Gyoro taking that shit point blank. Yes, he can vary how much power he has. Yes, we saw in the final blast, he blew through fucking like 50, 20, 30 floors with that single cannon and shit. Yes, he can do volleys. Yeah, we know he can vary his shit. But like, you really telling me any Rover blast point blank isn't going to be devastating? But yeah, that was it though.
Hey, I already said, Nick. I already said what I had to say. I'm happy for Fubuki getting this. It's definitely like, because when I saw it, I was definitely surprised by it. I was like, yo, Fubuki did that? Yo. But I don't think it's out. I don't think it's like too far-fetched to say that she can't do it. Like, as I said, like Rover versus Gyoro's completely different, because that's the first time we saw Rover, and he was just, at his peak. But this is Rover post getting slapped by Saitama. He shouldn't be awake. But he's still doing his thing out there. And as you already said, the power of his blast sometimes can vary. So we don't know how, this definitely wasn't that one blast that he did versus Gyoro or it wasn't like the same type of power that he used versus Gyoro. And again, it's just one blast that we've seen that was blocked. Who's to say, like, after a while, Fubuki just starts to falter, which, that's what I'm guessing.
I'm hoping this is kind of Fubuki's coming out party, like her moment to shine. Blocking that attack, for one thing, is a huge thing against someone like friggin' Rover, but I'm hoping she has more in stock. I get the feeling that Rover's gonna skedaddle out of there, going back up Gyoro. But I'm really hoping that Fubuki maybe has a few more skirmishes, maybe with a couple dragons. Like she helps out as a support character, and maybe even takes one dragon. I'm not sure. I doubt she'd be able to fully take one dragon individually, but definitely as like an aid, and maybe even a major aid to someone, especially in the kind of in the fight against evil natural water. I think she would be very useful there, especially if she can block someone like Rover.
I feel like Fubuki is going to be, because with this fight, the way it's going with Gyoro and Tatsumaki, I feel like that's her next place to go. Because if it ends up being where Bomb and Bang are like, yo, we got this, Fubuki, then I could see like Fubuki being like a potential hostage for Gyoro. Because right now Gyoro she's not winning this fight. And I feel like that's the only thing she could do to have some leverage against Tatsumaki, is to use Fubuki as a hostage.
Or if she senses that Fubuki is about to die, because that'll knock her off her A game.
It might. But Tatsumaki is it's too much. Even if she's mildly distracted, I don't know if that would be enough.
Alright guys, so now for this holiday edition of the One Punch Podcast, we'll be addressing your questions. So if you've been on Reddit or in the Discord, check out the link below if you'd like to do it for the next session or whenever we do it again. So you can drop your questions for us to answer.
Chub for Sperm. First question was, on a scale to 1 to 10, how satisfying was the atomic getting clapped by black sperm? Now, me personally, I'm not in love with the character like someone on the podcast.
I don't know who that person is.
I know, I need to calm down, guys.
10 out of 10.
I'll give it a 6 because I don't want to see Atomic being just totally destroyed. I want him to struggle, You know, like, because that just makes it more interesting for these S class, because they don't really struggle at anything, and then that gets boring after a while. So him coming back from it would be, you know, pretty good. So I give it a 6 because I don't really want to see him like totally just nearly dead, you know, as he almost looks like. And number 2, how do you think the heroes will get out of this one, or are they going to die? Well, that kind of goes along with the first one. I don't really think any of them are necessarily going to die. Maybe you get really close, but they're going to, with that talk of like the fear and everything from the chapter, it's going to like take them to the next level of badassery. Like primal instincts are going to be unleashed, all these kinds of things. We're going to see like new tactics that maybe they hadn't like fully like tested out against full blown opponents or whatever. We might be seeing stuff like that. So that's kind of how I see it.
I want to read Chocolate.
Go ahead.
The nigga gay. And that's why Zoe left, bitch.
Oh, was that
So Chocolate asks, what has been your favorite moment of the arc so far? I gotta say probably the Emperor Nova. It's probably my favorite moment of the arc so far. Zhoniin, can you say my name and deep throat your mic, please?
Well, I think he can do it, so yes.
Yeah, he can do it.
But will he do it is the thing.
You're damn chocolate atomic rag doll. That's a specific request you have there. It's Chris. Cool name, dude. And he says, what position in the war would the Hero Association be in if Saitama didn't exist? Well, if Saitama didn't exist, Orochi would definitely be walking around clapping cheeks. So the S class probably wouldn't be in a really good situation right now. So I'd say they'd probably be in a losing situation, even though at the moment it looks like they're kind of in a losing situation anyway. But let's hope they fight back. 2, who would win all of the S class except Blast, Metal Knight, and King versus Tatsumaki? You really got to exclude King from that.
Yes.
But so all of the S class excluding Blast, Metal Knight, King versus Tatsumaki. To be fair, I think, I gotta go with Tats here. Tatsumaki has really not been tested by anyone. We haven't seen her go full ape shit against anything or anyone. So I'm thinking if she just went full power against people like Flash, people like Atomic, she would probably beat the whole S class by her onesies.
Damn.
Or she'll get cut in half.
By Flashy Flash?
It's funny.
Yes. All right, from True Dragon Gums. Which cadre has been your favorite so far this arc? It's always been Rover Gang. It's been Rover Gang since he showed up, and it hasn't changed yet. I will say though that Homeless has he's made me like question it, especially after Rover got slapped and bitched. But it's still Rover. Then, which heroes have gained / lost the most off this arc so far?
Unexpected part of the podcast was that part.
Always got to do it. Which heroes gained the most stock? I guess it would be Drive Knight, because we really didn't get anything from him, and we didn't really like know how strong he was. So I guess he gained the most stock. It's really hard to say. I would say either him or maybe like Puri Puri, because Puri Puri is still like, we still think he's like, his ranking still is the same. It's just that the feats that he's shown, he's clearly stronger than Tank Top Master. Like, that's no question for me. So yeah, out of those two, I would lean more towards Drive Night though. Um, lost the most stock. Damn.
Say it.
No, because
Say the
I don't really
You're-
believe that anybody really lost stock other than like, because everybody pretty much with all the fights that I've seen so far, nothing has been out of the expected where I'm like, oh, this hero should have beat them. It hasn't been anything like that.
Not even a mic?
Oh well, yeah. That's a good point. Sweet Mass, fuck Sweet Mass. Disappointment. Boo.
Was that even fair? You weren't a fan of him, I don't think, to begin with.
Yep, in my opinion, went lower. Somehow.
It was 10 points, but now it's negative 1,000.
Yeah. So Sweet Mass.
Going around to Satsuki's, but
Yeah,
okay. Right, Rick Grove. What S class versus cadre matchups that didn't happen would you like to have seen? So probably if I could have picked any, going from like the older ones, like maybe Bang versus Goketsu, to see what the two martial arts would have been like, or if not, Tatsumaki versus Elder Centipede, just see what like an actual effective countermeasure against Elder Centipede would have been. And how do you rank this arc so far among the previous ones? It's difficult to say because this arc's had amazing moments, some of the best in One Punch Man, but the arc isn't completed yet. So it's top. I don't even know what number one is. It's top 3 definitely, but it's definitely like once everything's over, it's got like super high potential to be number 1.
I feel it.
Can someone answer Satsuki's questions?
Yeah, I saw those questions. The first one, it's like, well, I know I'm not.
Who is the best voice in the podcast? Matt. Matt, yeah.
Okay. Who's got the best voice on the podcast? I think it's me because I sound real nice. I don't know. My charade's gone. Who's got the best voice in the podcast, guys?
I gotta say it like, no homo. Satsuki, you win here.
Oh, that's
Hey.
gay.
Of course.
Even if preceded by no homo. No one gonna agree?
What to Kishin?
I agree.
No.
Who do you think has the best voice?
I don't know.
Oh, you too straight to fucking tell us who has the cutest voice, bruh?
Hey, they didn't say cutest voice. That's just you, man.
Yeah, who would have had it? But yeah, I have no clue.
Suzuki?
I'll have to go with Matt on this one.
Yeah.
Oh, I've such a pretty voice. I know when to end a joke properly.
Hey, you gay for asking that though. So gay.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
I just wanted to know.
Nah, you big gay.
That's not say, hey, you've got a good voice. That's not a gay thing to say.
What?
It's certain people that have like the radio voice,
Mm-hmm.
like it's and I just gotta respect it. So I wanted to know.
Maybe we should just ask the people watching who's got the best voice. Maybe that would have been the better one to do.
In the
they've
comment
listened to
section
us
right
all
now, and in the live chat right now, let us know who has the best voice. And whoever gets
As
the most
a
vote will
live
have that.
chat, like you have done that in the last 2 podcasts.
Yeah.
It wasn't there.
No, you haven't. You just uploaded the video.
No. It was there. It was live.
No, because I watch it just to see what people are saying in the moment, and you haven't done shit.
Because y'all niggas talk about, bro. Like, y'all niggas high as fuck. This shit is live. What?
All right.
Yeah. Niggas acting like we're not right here right now. So, in the second question this nigga asked, is Tank Top Girl top 5? Fuck no.
Maybe if she was on screen.
Do S. Fubuki, Mizuki, Tatsumaki, Gyoro,
That's full. Okay.
Lily.
Wait, you went. Oh wait, what?
Oh God, you had to make that dark turn.
I was
Like
in the
literally,
dark,
you
dude.
could have. It was literally like we were about to be like,
Bro,
okay,
she's
fine,
not
we can
12,
understand
bro.
it.
It's not pedophilia.
Dude.
Yeah, you're right. She's 14.
Which is still illegal. Last time. I
You know
checked.
what? I'm doing it, bro. You know what? Fuck it. I'm about to find a picture on Google of a 16-year-old
God.
girl who's
No. Don't be
No.
posting no 16-year-old.
No.
No.
I am not going back to prison. We ain't doing that again.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. It autocorrect to 18.
Yeah, because it was like you do mean this, right? Because the other one's kind of.
They're trying to give you a second chance. Like, are you sure?
Oh shit! All right. So looking for the people right now. Looking for the people.
Tank top girl in my
man.
top 10 though. Fubuki, Gyoro, Asami, Tatsumaki, tank top girl. I got to think about the order, but you already know Fubuki and Gyoro. 1, 2. Combo punch. Shaq and Kobe.
It's funny you say combo punch because I actually saw fan art. I'll have to find it. I think it's of Tank Top and Mizuki, and they're like doing, you know how like they'll do that jump punch with their butts.
Yeah. Like some Keijo shit. Shout out to Keijo.
Oh my gosh! Hell yeah!
Grimm, stop it.
Yeah, like we don't have to do this. That wasn't the question.
You can cut the podcast now. You can stop it. And, like,
All right. I think that's about it.
I found the picture.
Oh, the 17-year-old girl. Yeah, I posted one too.
No, it's
Mm-mm.
not that you deviant.
All right, guys. Like, subscribe. Make sure that you check out everybody's channels as we all drop reactions and reviews to chapter 1, 2, 3. It was a great ass podcast. It was a great ass chapter, and we'll be doing additional content on it and other stuff throughout the rest of the year and the beginning of the next year. Make sure you check out. I'm gonna try to drop a bunch of topical videos. You know, like top 6 cutest females of this year. Top 10
Who are of age.
Yeah. Top 10 camel toes this year. Top 5
Atomic defeats.
cheek jiggles.
Mm.
You know, the usual.
Black word.
Yep. And also, I think it should have already happened by now, but make sure you check out. It would have already happened. So, yo! Well, actually, before that,
Well, you just leave them hanging there, didn't you?
you
Why
see-
does Light just have a picture of me?
Wait, what?
Light really just. I don't know what's going on.
Well, look,